Okay, so welcome to Dauntless, episode 17, redone. In the original episode 17, I killed Shroud, but they changed the progression around before I managed to upload everything. So I'm re-recording this on the actual new behemoths that they have. Before I killed a non-Thornbound behemoth, but as you unlock the Koshai quest, you will have to kill new, tougher behemoths than regular Maelstrom stuff, because they have unique modifiers because of Koshai. These behemoths have been permanently added to the queue, it seems, and they are Shockjaw Nizaga, Razorwing Karabak, Firebrand Charog, and last but not least, Moonreaver Shrike. Because of this, I will be going through each video, fighting these one at a time, in both their non-heroic and heroic variant, if I can actually manage it. Though, I won't be able to manage the heroic solo with all of them. First up on the agenda is going to be the Moonreaver Shrike, because I personally find him to be, the middle ground in difficulty. Not the easiest out of these bunch, but not the toughest either. Because that we'll be starting with him first, because I feel comfortable actually fighting him, and should be a good reminder and warm-up for me not to be too cocky. I've recently done all these quests, and the only thing I haven't really been able to do yet is solo heroic Koshai. So I'm not going to do Koshai just yet, but I am going to go back and do Reza, Shroud, and these 4 new behemoths. Heroic, if I can manage it. But for the moment, let's stick to non-heroics. In the Maelstrom, there's a new island called the Sovereign's Throne. It has all 4 of these behemoths I listed, and Koshai. We are going to start out with Thornbound Shrike, A, because it's on the top, B, because I again felt like it was something good to start with. The setup that we're going to be using for this is Bowler Potion, because we want to take less damage when we're getting low on HP. Stamina Potion, which will make it so that way when we are inflicted with wound, we can survive a little bit better, because we don't have to worry about stamina as much. And lastly, the new Inferno grenades, just to show off how grenades work. I don't think I'm really going to be using grenades too much in this series, except for maybe the health grenades. Because in solo, survivability is more important than damage, in my opinion. Until you reach a certain threshold where damage becomes a priority. I'm going to be using my Bloodfire gear for all 4 of these, I believe, simply because it's gear you should have at this point, and gear I've shown you how to get. That and Bloodfire is one of the simplest behemoths to fight in the Maelstrom, for my opinion, simply because it's just a lot of interrupts. If you get good at interrupts, you're good at a lot of the timing things in the game, and a lot of the reaction stuff. So, again, fight Bloodfire a lot. He's in as of time I'm recording this, but I have no idea when it's recording this for you. But if Bloodfire doesn't work, any other non-Thornbound behemoth should work just fine, except for probably Deadeye. Deadeye is a bit of a challenge in his own right, and I will probably give him his own video at one point, just to warn you about how to properly deal with Deadeye. So upon first glance, this does not really look that different from a regular Moonreaver Shrike, if you've actually faced one. In fact, it doesn't look that much different from a Shrike at all. Alright. All these behemoths give off these thorns when they do certain attacks, especially their ranged attacks. You can attack them and break them. Deconstruction will help you a lot with this. And note, you will take damage walking through them unless you are currently swinging. Oh gosh darn, it's 2 phantom knockdowns. They fixed phantom damage, but not phantom knockback. Click there. Yeah, another reason I really recommend the armor that comes, well, Bloodfire, the armor that comes out of it, because it'll really teach you how to dodge, just on its own. That was not the best time to heal. He was going to cost me. Yeah. The sword especially is really good for part damage. Well, oh. Grenades also can be broken, with the... Well, thorns can also be broken from D grenades. That's what I was getting into. Yeah. Anyway, Bloodfire stuff really rewards you for dodging heavily, which is another good reason for it. Can you actually just charge me? Yeah, so, you know, only using a few fire grenades, I actually managed to take that thing out pretty easily. Though it looked hairy for a second there when I was forced to use my self-revive. But oh, Bosun, never change. Never change. Well, Marxist Bosun, but still. Never change. Ever. No, please do change, actually. It's really annoying that you constantly yell at me every 5 minutes that the world's ending or something. It's not. You're so overdramatic. Gosh, get over yourself. No, but I actually love him. He's actually one of my favorite characters, just from the way he acts and the way he talks. It's just, that one line happens way too often. You hear it way too much. I don't need him to tell me off every 5 seconds that I'm running out of time. I've got 30 minutes in total. I know what I'm doing. I don't need him to tell me what to do. He's not my real dad. I'm not debating about whether or not I wish he's my real dad, but at the same time, that's just such a ridiculous question to ask that I'm not even going to bother.